Hey everybody. Um, Long time no see. I have not been making videos. I first off, I want to start this video first off saying thank you so much for all the kind comments I saw in the community post. Um, a lot of you were just so overwhelmingly kind and nice, and you talked about your own grief. You talked about your own loved ones passing, and I want you I want to let you know that was really appreciated, and I'm hoping that those who also have lost loved ones um, can get healing and grieve and just realize that person is always with them. So my mother passed of cancer, and she was given 4 months. Fought like hell. Made it to almost a year, and the heartbreaking part about all of it was everything was looking good. And everything was looking positive at one point, like 70% reduction of cancerous tumors throughout the body. But then 2 weeks later, it just spread everywhere. My mother was an amazing person. She was an amazing wife. She was an amazing mother. A few takeaways I'll kind of have about my mom is her kindness. She worked with children and kids with disabilities. She'd work with dementia and Alzheimer's patients. She'd even do some hospice end of care, end of life care. She would work with group homes and would fight for their rights. They would. She would spend money out of her own pocket to make sure these, un, you know, people in unfortunate situations had something of a gift or would get something, right? She worked in human services for years, was a director, and you know, she was an amazing person that cared about people. I mean, the random like Walgreens or CVS cashier, she'd have conversations if they were feeling down and try to uplift them. That's just kind of who my mom was. And it's gonna suck. Not, ooh, try not to cry. That'd be great. It's gonna suck not having her around, to put that very lightly. Um, she was great with people. She was great with her own family. She raised 3 kids. Mind you, I maybe could have been a bit of a pain in the butt being the only boy, but um, we all, I think, turned out to be pretty decent human beings and successful in our own careers. And a lot of that was due to how our mother raised us. She just was phenomenal, very caring, nurturing, but she'd be stern if she had to be. I mean, with me, she kind of had to be at times because oh man, kind of a little rebellious at one stage of life, but when I was younger. But I think there are just so many overwhelmingly positive and amazing memories I have of my mother, and I'm kind of making this video mainly. I feel like this kind of helps me just to talk about it, but I also feel like there's other people, and that's what kind of stuck out to me. There's other people in life that deal with loss, that they have their loved ones pass of cancer or various different diseases or an accident, and it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to grieve. I feel like at times there can be a stigma of like, oh, gotta suck it up, gotta just bury that, like, bury that deep in the soul, right? Try to hide your emotions, but it's okay to let it out. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel depressed. While you're going through the process of healing, just remember it's okay to have those bad days. Because there's going to be some throughout the process. But what has to keep you going strong is when you do lose the loved one, regardless if it's a mother, a father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, friend, relative, somebody you're just close to in general, right? Definitely grieve, but don't forget about all the amazing memories that you have together with that person. You know, my mother, the writer she is, she loved to write. Helped me in high school because I was definitely not a writing expert, as you could probably tell on the internet with me, but I was more into the mathematics side of things. But she helped me with some of my essays. I butchered them. But she loved to write, and she wrote each of us letters. Not gonna lie, cried like a baby when I read it. But it just kind of made me realize that, yeah, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel upset. But I have a lot of great memories of my mom. You know, earlier in life, her she was the hockey mom. We had a minivan taking me all across up and down New England, doing like a lot of travel selects, all this stuff up and down, you know, listening to the cassette player, you know, not trying to date myself here. Listen to the cassette player, going to different games. She'd have like, what was it, a Mellencamp like cassette player, even a Michael Jackson cassette play. Like she had all this different like cassettes, play it in the minivan. She'd be grooving, and she was just she was amazing. She made sure she was there for each of us. All of our different activities and sports, like she was always there. Like, you know, well, gotta take Paul to hockey, and then not like, oh, well, we gotta go to my sister's soccer match. Oh, gotta go to her swimming. And it just and it's the amazing thing with moms. It's like, man, I don't know how you did that because being 33 now, I would struggle to keep up with that. It did really kind of boggles the mind how amazing and dedicated, how much time she spent in, you know, helping make sure that we had happy and cheerful childhoods. And I'm always going to have those amazing memories. When I got older, you know, high school, biggest advocate and biggest supporter. She was always in my corner. When I went to college, same thing. I was going through the ups and downs, and, you know, the good parts, the low parts. She was someone that was always there to pick me up. And as you get older, you become an adult, the relationship changes and you become more friends. And you know, I'm always going to have fond memories. Me and her are very similar in this sense. We're night owls. She would come here and we would go drive. It'd be like midnight. We'd be, you know, talking about whatever, everything underneath the sun. And I remember coming back to my place at like 6 in the morning and feeling like the time just went by quick. And that's going to be the hardest part. She just always knew what to say, always knew how to fix it. And I'm just going to dearly miss that. So, the biggest thing you can do going forward when you're grieving and you lose someone you love so dearly, go through the process. You're always going to feel like a part of you is missing, but like my mother wrote in the letter to me, oh, she don't be sad. Don't be sad. Realize I lived a wonderful life in that. Whew. through eternity, I love you more. So, if you are struggling, it's okay. If you are sad, it is okay. Um, it's okay to not be okay. I I'm gonna miss a lot of things that we used to talk about. I mean, we, I kind of laugh. She would talk about the YouTube channel. How's your little show doing? And it was funny. She would get all excited about, oh, look at that, that's great, all these people. It was. I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that dearly. She always found a way to kind of lift me up, feel good about myself, and like she did that for all of us, all my sisters and my father. And the best thing you can do going forward, the best thing I can do going forward, is just to live my life to the fullest. Try to follow my life by the, you know, principles she taught me, how she lived her life. Try to care for others. Try to give back to the community, and just try to put a smile on someone else's face every day. Um, Somber video. Apologize for that being the case. Again, thank you guys so much for all the kind words. It meant a lot. Mom, I love you. You mean the world to me. You'll always be here in my heart, and I'm going to make you proud. Captain Paul, see you in the next one.